So we'll continue from where we stopped yesterday, working with Dockers. Yesterday, we were able to confirm installation of Dockers on our application server. And then we did the Dockers version. Yeah, we know that okay, our Dockers has been installed, and we know that it's a group. And so we confirmed if it's in the group. We only did cat, root, etc.
That's it.
Group.
Very big.
So we're able to see that the Docker is here, and we already added EC2. Before it was just Docker, but then when we added EC2, we now became member of our Docker. We also confirmed the groups that our EC2 belongs to. We just did a simple group EC2 user.
EC2. You wrote ECR.
Yes, sorry. Okay, should have been groups. Right, so with this, we're able to know the groups our user belongs to, and Docker is one of the groups. Okay, and then the next thing we did was we tried to, since we have installed container, we tried to pull the image of Tomcat into our container, and that we did by using sudo docker tomcat latest. All right, sudo docker pull tomcat latest. Okay, which is here. We pull the tomcat latest, and then when we now did sudo docker images, we are able to see the ID of our Tomcat image. And the next thing we did after that was to create our own container and then put the image inside the container. Okay, that's what we did with this command yesterday. Okay, run switch this, switch name, ima con is the name of our container, and then we put it. This is our container. Sorry, this is our our Tomcat image ID that we say we should put inside of this, so that when we are bringing our web.war file into the container, this ID already makes the environment available, the same exact environment as which where the web.war file was deployed inside the Tomcat server, right? So now we now begin to work inside our container. Right now, that's where we are starting with today. And so, okay, let me put some orderliness here. Tomcat image. Okay. I put this here. I mean, today was something else. I was thinking I will have time, but I underrated them.
It says you're more of the utility player then.
Yes.
So like there is you play every week.
Brother. maybe, maybe only a wing alone, sir. Okay. So what can we do to quickly confirm? Can we do Docker? Let's confirm our container, right?
Okay.
Docker container ls switch la. All right, so we know that this is our container ID. The image inside this container is this. All right. And which image is this? This is Tomcat
Okay.
image inside this container.
Okay.
All right. And this is the
Okay.
name of the container. All right. This container with
Okay.
this ID, this is the name. Our Tomcat that we pull, the image that we could pull, this is it. It is already inside this place. All right. So what we want to do now is, how do we know the image of this container? You just do your normal Tomcat, sorry, sudo docker images. All right. It will tell you the image that you have. Look at it here.
Okay.
To check the image, sudo docker images. Okay. To check the container, sudo docker container ls with la. All right. So right now we want to enter into this container now and begin to work. Okay. So right now we enter into this container, it means that we have left the server environment. We have moved inside into the container. Okay. And the command to do that is this. And we first switch to root. All right. Let's do docker execute switch it. Then we need the image of our container, image ID, which is this. Right.
This Docker executive
Sorry,
switch I
image of
for
the,
what?
sir?
Sorry, I said sorry. This Docker executes switch IT is for what exactly?
Okay, so we have created, we installed Docker. Okay, we added EC2 to the Docker, and then we created and we pull our image,
Okay.
right? We pull the latest of Tomcat into that Docker group, okay?
Yeah.
And then we created a container, which is this.
Okay.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We created the container, which is this. All right. And inside this container, we put the Docker image in it.
Yeah.
Right. So this Docker execute now, we want to enter into this container to begin to work.
Okay.
This is this command line. And you
Okay.
know, as long as it's Docker, everything that precedes your command must be Docker.
Docker. Okay.
All right. So we are
So the
saying
execute switch IT is just to enter
exactly,
the command to go in. Okay.
exactly. So we say Docker, okay, this container ID, okay, and then root bin bash. Okay, this command will take us into the container. So whatever we do from this point, it is from the, it is within the container. All right.
Okay. It's clear.
So it's saying error response from daemon container, this is not running. Saying our container is not running. Okay, so I'm actually
The way
anticipating this.
restart and enable.
I think so.
Okay.
Quickly do restart system ctl
Restart Docker.
restart docker. Okay. I wonder why my system is just ctl docker.
Docker.
Okay. Can we confirm the status?
Status.
Something is usually dragging my, let me close this. Okay. Okay. Our Docker is running. Can we use the command now again to check? Okay. Daemon container, this is not running. So can we go to say Docker PS? Docker PS means there's no, it shows that no container is here. Okay. PS means processes, isn't it? Okay. And what that process means that there's no container that is working. Can we quickly confirm who is using our port 80 that might not be making our container to work? Okay. So let's just,
Java using it.
it's possible until we go check. So let's quickly check. Let's start. Let's start switch T and LP pipe grep for 8080. So there's nothing using 8080. Our container is just not running. So how do we turn on the container? Okay, so let me do cd, or I want to turn on Tomcat first in case.
Okay.
Let me do this. Tomcat. What's our Tomcat version? I don't remember. So let's just go here. All right, LL. That's it. This one. So we do cd. We are in now. LL. Okay. We're going into bin, right?
Yeah.
cd bin. LL. So let's just start this. Dot start up dot sh. Okay. Tomcat has started. And we will go back. Okay. Can we now try and use that command again if our container will work right now? Okay. Still same error. So that's not an issue. Let's quickly go and remove the container and then begin to work afresh. So we say Docker stop. What's the container ID? I'm looking for the container ID. Now this is it.
Okay. That's 45FOE8, whatever.
Okay. Let me copy this error message. I'd like to investigate it.
Yeah. So no way.
Yes. So in case what we are doing now is like we store the container. The next thing we want to do is remove it.
Install the fresh one.
So I know there will be a way to, without removing container, If it stops,
Right.
why you can start it and move on.
Yeah.
I hate it when system is slow like this to take command. Just to do what's happening now. Let us remove. Okay, I think that's out now. Can we confirm? Docker, something is holding down this PC. Give me the internet. Docker, containers, L, L, switch it. Okay, can you imagine?
Is it prune we are supposed to use?
Huh?
Is it prune we are supposed to use? Remove our stuff containers.
LL, switch, LL. Okay, so there's no container again right now,
Yeah.
right? So let's go and pull. So first thing is you pull the latest and then you put it inside the container. But you can run that command together at once. So you can do,
Sorry, can I take 1 minute? Let me just talk to my brother calling from Saudi.
okay.
Let me just tell him to call me back.
All right, sir.
Okay. Sorry, I beg, we can continue.
Okay, sir.
We just called to know because I know about the interview tomorrow.
Okay.
So we know how preparations they go.
Okay. Well done, bro. All right. So we deleted the container. Now we want to start afresh. Let us also ensure that nothing is using our 8080. Okay, so Java is as we thought. So let's go and kill it. Okay, so let's confirm again. Right, so we have displaced Java. Can we go and pull now? Docker pull Tomcat latest.
Okay.
That's it. Should be this. Okay, so having pulled the latest Docker image, sorry, Tomcat image into the Docker. Let's now create a container, run switch D. Remember it's Docker, so it should begin with Docker. What's happening? Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Docker run switch D new Macron, right? Switch P 8080 then 8080. Okay. Our Docker image. Uh-oh. I didn't copy our Docker image. All right, so but then if we didn't copy our Docker image, you can just use another command, which is tomcat latest. Okay, instead of doing it one by one, we run it together.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying now? Let me quickly show you what I did here.
Okay.
First, we pulled the latest Tomcat image, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we say copy the image with this.
Okay.
All right. This one will display the image and you now copy it. You now come and use this function. All right. To put the image here. Okay, so this is two commands. One, 2. All right. But you can run 1 and 2 together as one. Huh? Let's say
Okay.
A and where's the second one? B. Okay. You can run A and B together
Yeah.
as this.
Okay. Docker.
Here will now be Tomcat
Okay.
latest. It's going to be Docker run switch D name, container name, okay, switch P 8080 Tomcat latest. So this command that is single now is this command and this command together. All right. So since I did not remember to check, I'll just okay, let's put run, put the image again, right, and run this. Okay. So which is done now.
Okay.
All right, no error message. I can now do Docker containers. We just have an S. This is container.
Check your container, yeah.
Yes, sir. Docker container ls with la. So yes, we now have this container, latest image of the image, then this. So I now copy this now. Okay, right. I'll copy this and I'll come here and I'll say Docker execute switch IT. Okay, the container ID. Uh-huh. 15940. I think it is my Docker execute switch IT container ID. Bin bash. All right, so that's going well, right?
Yeah.
So there's no error message. And I copy and do this. Switch, change directory, into the container. Okay. This is replace this one with container ID. Right. So wherever we are now, can you see that this thing has changed here?
Yeah.
Hello, sir. What is here? It's not what you see here.
Yeah.
It means from here now we are
Instead of
now.
root ID, now the container.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
So
root
that means
ID container.
we are
Yeah.
now working inside
Okay.
a Macron now. Inside the
Container.
Mac container.
Yeah.
So if I do ls la, see the contents of the container.
Okay.
By default, everything inside the container. If I say cd web apps is empty, all right?
Okay.
But web apps directory should not be empty, okay? They are meant to have some default installation that come with it, okay? And that default installation is inside here, web app dot distribution. So if I say cd dot dot, that means come out by one step. I can say cd into web apps dot dist.
Yes.
Okay, and we list it. Okay, ls switch la. Look at this command. Okay. All these ones you have here, they actually should be inside. They are here, but they ought to be inside this place. Web apps, but they are here. So we have to move them from here into this place. Do
Okay.
you get? So what do? We go back by one step.
Done.
Okay. I know why this thing is slow is because cd dot dot. Okay, so we now copy everything that is inside here, to here, right? And how do we do that? We say copy recursively. Okay, recursively means dot.
Every,
Okay, yeah, recursively means everything. Okay, from, okay, if we are copying everything here, we should actually be in where we want to copy, right?
yeah.
So we will do cd into web. I hope you never forget all these Linux command though, Oga.
That's it.
Because if you need to copy something, it should be inside the directory where you want to copy,
Okay. Yeah.
right? So web app dot dist.
Yes.
Okay. So if I do ls switch la, right? So from here now, we'll now say copy recursively everything here in this current directory. Asterisk means all that you find here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where are we copying to? Where we have that our web apps. Look at it.
Well, yeah.
USR, USR, local Tomcat web apps. Okay. Where do I see all these things? See, they are here
Yeah.
inside the container.
Yeah.
Web apps. So copy all these things recursively. Dot. Okay. From this current directory onward, asterisk. You know when we do wildcat, asterisk
Yeah.
means say all that you find. I don't need the
Yeah.
name. If you just
Okay.
call everything here, copy them into this place.
Okay.
Okay. You say enter. Then we can now go to web app to confirm, right? CD by one step, CD web apps. Okay. Then we do ls switch la. So yeah, they are there now. They are empty before, but after they copy, we now find them there. Can we do a quick
So,
update? So they say we say do list container content and copy web app dot dist content to web app. All right. So what do we do here? We say sudo ls switch la sudo cd web apps. Okay. Empty. Go back. one step and cd and change directory to web apps. So you do cd this, and you do cd web app, web app dot this. Okay. When you're done, then do copy recursive dot everything here into USR local Tomcat web apps. Okay. Go to web apps to confirm. Copy. All right. I'm sure with this note, we could need anything. So now that we have done that, we will now copy our web.war file generated when we built that app from Jenkins. Remember that when we built the app from Jenkins, the second time, we asked it to publish over SSH into our application server, right?
Okay.
We will now go and copy that web.war file into the container. We'll copy that web.war file into the container. And remember, when we are copying, you must go to the source file. So we have to go to the source file. All right. So let's exit here.
Okay.
How do we exit? Exit. Okay. You see, we are back now. We have exited the container. Okay. So if I do ls switch la, okay, this is what is here. But there's a place inside Tomcat where we have that our webwar file, webwar.war file, right? Okay, so let's go to where it is. cd opt. Okay. I don't remember the name of the container, but I know. Okay, so this is it. Okay. This cd. Okay, so we are there now. We are ll again. See our web.war. This. I say cd web apps. I know. This is my, I think it's the internet that is giving me this native vibes today. Okay. Right. See this file, webapp.war. So do you remember how this file got here? So, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? So, Hello. Okay, so this web app.war file, it got here by automation, right? Remember on our Jenkins server, if we click on configure, okay, and you come to build actions, remember this thing, web app target this, execute command, copy it to this place, web apps, okay, source file from this place in your Jenkins, okay, copy it into this place in your Tomcat, and that's how this web app go into this place, into web apps. All right, so this is one we are now copying into that our container. Right, this is what we are copying into that our container. Okay, so let's do it now. But before we continue, we're going to need our okay, we know our container name, so let's move ahead. So we now say Docker, okay, copy web app dot war, copy web app dot war into, what's the container name? Con. Right. Sure, our container name is Con now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Con, right? Con, then where it is, where we want to put it, here, USR, local, Tomcat web apps. So we say copy this into this container inside here, USR local Tomcat web apps. Say enter. Okay, as we say enter now, it has copied. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to go and confirm if it is inside. All right.
Okay.
So let's copy this thing and go copy it here. Okay, so copy the web app .wo file from the Tomcat server to the created Docker container. Okay. So the first thing you do is exit the container with what? The command, just say exit, then change directory to the web app.war path, like that. Say cd opt the right. Let me copy it somewhere here. Is it? Let me see print working directory. See it here. Okay. Exit. CD of the table okay. Now copy the file to the Docker container. All right. These are comments. These are comments. These are comments. So with this, I have to replace this one with this container name. Okay. Container name this. Okay. Now we enter the container to confirm copy. So how do we enter the container? Here's our instruction to enter the container. Here, the instruction to enter the container. So this one we are doing is still manual, but it's not the manner that I can oversee unlike that other one. That can jump on like that other one. That's what I'm showing you. So if I say if I come here and I copy this, what's our container ID? You say?
I said, but I say this Docker, they a bit complex.
No, it's not. It's not at all. Now, Ansible, they complex.
I said Docker is a bit complex. It's not as straightforward as the other
One.
apps.
You think so? I don't think so. I think this one is okay. Okay. I will explain something to you now. It's because we are not doing it smooth, but it's okay. Welcome back, sir.
Yeah.
So what we are trying to do is we are trying to enter our container back. Okay. The internet is really, really poor. Very, very poor. So just please manage. Internet is very, very, very poor. Okay, so now that we are here, okay, what I want to do now is to confirm that inside our okay, if that is what I want to do, that's our container ID. Now what we want to do is we want to execute into it. so that we can confirm if what we copied is truly there. Although when we copied, it did not give us any error message, but we still have to confirm if what we copied is there. Okay. And the formula to do that is Docker with the instruction rather. Execute switch IT. Okay. Docker ID. Then bash. All right. So can we do ls switch LA? All right. So can we now do cd web apps? Trying to enter our web apps, but the internet is doing its own. Off. Out again. Oh Lord. Okay. I'll do Docker exec switch IT. Okay. Then bash. Okay. I'm knowing that Docker2 do cd web apps. Okay, then ls la. So see that this file was not here before.
Yeah.
Okay, so it just from that copy that we did is now here now. Next thing I want to do is exit. I want to exit now, and then we can now go and browse for this our container.
Yeah.
So one thing is, if you browse for it, it's still the same port 8080 webapp.war. Okay. So what we could have used to do is we should have changed the anyway. It's not an issue, sir. Let's just move ahead with this first.
Okay.
Because so whatever you are seeing here, right, is from the container, not from the ordinary Tomcat server.
That's
Right. So Tomcat will override the webapp.war file on the server if the same file or if any other file, any other webapp.war file is existing in a container inside the same server. So if you have a server that does not have a container, and you launch that server, it will give you the webapp.war file inside that server. All right. But if you have a container inside a server, and you launch that server, it will give you, it will return to you the contents of that container, not the content of that server.
Okay.
Right. But what we just did now is manual.
Okay.
So let me quickly give you everything in perspective. You have your cloud here, right? And then you have your You have your server. EC2 server inside here. All right.
Yeah.
This is your cloud platform. All right. And this is your server. This is your server and your cloud, right?
Yeah.
And inside your server, you have just trying to enlarge it so you can have a clear understanding. Okay. This is your EC2, or it could be your VM if you are using Azure. Okay. Now, inside, this is a Tomcat server. Now, inside this Tomcat server, right, you have a container. Are you with me, sir? So, hello, are you with me?
With you.
Okay, sir. Okay, so this is your Tomcat server.
Yeah.
Inside the Tomcat server, we are from Jenkins here. We are from Jenkins deployed web apps. Okay, web apps.war file from the source. We automate it here instead of doing secure copy from your workstation. Instead of doing, okay, you cannot even see what I'm showing you. So instead of doing secure copy from workstation server to application server, we came to Jenkins, okay, and do post build actions. So it means when you build this code, deploy the web app from your Jenkins server to here automatically. All right.
Okay.
If we did not do this automatically, we would have been doing manual secure copy from here to here. So every time there is a change in that web.war file, we'll come to our Jenkins server, and then we'll copy manually to our application server. All right. But because we say post build actions, it was coming on its own. Then we now realize that if we dump, okay, so let me share this now. So we now realize that if we dump our web.war, you with me? Hello, sir.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay. If we dump this old web.war inside the server here.
Okay.
The environment of this server, which is the OS, the CPU, the language they used to build this, well, maybe it is PHP or it is Java or it is Python. Remember in our first class, okay?
Yeah.
The environment will react with this environment.
Yeah.
If they're not the same environment, it will change the functionality of this app. It may not even be compatible. So maybe this Tomcat server, the environment here is PHP 7 and Python 3.5. And they build this one with PHP 6.5 and Python 4. Okay. Because that environment is different, it will not really function here. There will be a challenge, right? Then we now say, let us introduce Docker. A Docker is a container, okay? And it is light, unlike your virtual box, okay? It will now isolate the environment of this server from interacting with the environment of the web.war file. So inside this container now, we now put inside this Docker, we now put our imacon container. Okay. Then we pull the latest Tomcat image into it. Okay. After we did that, we now went to copy manually. We did secure copy from the Tomcat server, all right, into the container. Are you with me, sir?
I'm with you.
We did, so this web.war file is inside here, but we are saying that if it is inside this server here, the
We
operating
affected.
system, all right, may not be compatible. We now created a container. This container will isolate whatever it is inside of it from the configuration of this server. We now copy manually web.war from inside this server into this container, ima.com, yeah, and we browse for it. Okay, when we browse for it, we saw the same thing. Now, what I now said last is this, that if no container exists in a server and you query this server, it will return to you the web.war file inside that server. But if this server receives a query and there is a container inside that query, what will happen is that the web.war file inside the container will respond instead of the one inside the server to respond. So it means that the container has preeminence over the server. The container inside the server has preeminence over the server. Now, the process of building and sending it from from the process of sending our web.war file from Tomcat server into the container Docker, which is also inside the Tomcat server, that we just did, is manual. Okay, but I could not overlook it because I needed to show you. Okay, we have overlooked one manual already. That is the one that involved doing secure copy from Jenkins into Tomcat. We overlooked that one. We just went to add build over SSH, and then we added post build action, send artifact over SSH, right? But this place, I could not overlook this secure copy because I needed to understand how we did it, so that by the time we create a Docker file, we can actually automate it such that we will not be the one that will be manually copying web.war from this server into the container. We will just create a Docker file. When we create a Docker file, we will now use that Docker file to automate that copying from Jenkins. Are you with me, sir? Hello, sir. Hello? Hello? Okay, so I think now that we've done this, from tomorrow, maybe after the AWS interview, we'll continue. We're going to automate Docker. All right. How do we automate Docker? We're going to create a Docker file. Okay, we'll create a Docker file. Inside the Docker file, we'll create our own Docker image, and we're going to work from there as from tomorrow. All right. Any questions, sir? Any question? All right. If there's no question, I will update. It's updated already. I'll send it to you. All right. Okay, sir. Let's do. Okay, so just let me know time available tomorrow from 6 in the evening. All right, so we can continue. Just 2 classes more, we are done. All right.